Let's see what's going on. Anything in specific on your POV, from your POV that you think you need to work on? Excuse me,
I
sorry.
think, yeah, no worries. I think I'm working on understanding like how strong I am. I think I miss a lot of opportunities, so I'm trying to like understand that better.
Okay. So you decide to go to their top side, see prior bots. Okay, not bad response. Nice
Email run
finish.
straight to Grub, so I leave.
Yeah. And then we overdo it with no W.
Feels bad.
When's Wukong's strongest point in the early game?
His W.
His W is very strong, yeah.
Auto attacking with Qs.
Yeah, so like within his kit, like what do you absolutely need with Wukong to like stop people?
Fully stacked passive, and then Q procs, I guess.
Q procs, yeah. Those are all great things. There's one thing that like is really speaks to me when I'm playing Wukong. It's your ultimate.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said early, but yes.
Yeah, that is my
Ultimate
early. Like even in the
Oh,
early
okay.
like phase, that means like I'm not fighting anything until I have my ultimate. This is the way I treat this is the way I treat Wukong. Because your ultimate is just that much like unless this guy's team was like 1 HP or this Syndra's 1 HP. I'm not going in like this until I have my ultimate. There's 3 ways you can get your ultimate here. Like 2 realistic ones. Go to your raptors and join the fight after. Go to the crab while in the middle of the fight. Or go to both these grubs. I want my level 6.
Okay.
I don't like I don't bother with whatever's going on here. I don't risk dying. I can destroy them when I'm 6, but I can't right now when I'm not 6.
Okay, that makes sense.
Awesome. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You are melee range of this guy already. You have red buff slows. You have your auto Qs. Do not E.
Oh, okay.
Right? Why would you E if you're behind him already?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your E's a gap closer, right? Your E's a dash. You want to get on top of him with your E.
Yeah.
You are
Honestly,
on top of him.
I thought I'd just kill him, but that was wrong.
I would like tell you like whenever I think about it that way, like I literally always just do the most respectful thing possible for myself, which is like, what if like this guy like has like blinds my Q, or what if like he has flash? Just think worst case always, and then prep for the worst case. Prep for the 1% worlds where he can live. When you're fighting like this, it's a lot safer to play like that.
Yeah, I think even after he flashed, I had W, so I don't think I needed to ult. But you're right.
Yeah, but you wouldn't even need to W. So let's say the enemy jungler comes and he wants to 1v2 you guys because he's dumb, which happens quite often. You now have no W because you used your E when you're melee range of this guy.
Okay, that makes sense.
Your W is a 22-second cooldown now because they nerfed it. So it's even worse. It's even harder for you when you play like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then investing your ultimate is like absolutely a no-no. It's good. We're in a farm sequence. Okay, this ends up working out for us because Urgot TP's in, and it's like, okay, we're playing around, hey, Urgot wants to TP, cool. Let's watch this. God, it's so close.
Yeah.
This guy cast his E, if he's able to.
I didn't want to go, but he already TP'd, so I felt like I should follow up, or else he's gonna die.
It works out, so like, yay. But in reality, like, as fucked as it feels, what I'm doing, or what could happen, honestly. If this Twitch has Q, Twitch might be able to outplay here, but I would never put myself in a position of risk just because I see a teammate teleporting. I'd rather him teleport, get nothing, than me potentially die. Like, I know you end up
Oh,
not dying. Like, it's fine. It's cool. But like the fact that if this Twitch played like like fraction better, you die here, is really concerning to me.
yeah.
Like, instead of him running here, if he just ran like if this Twitch is really smart, he just runs up this entire time. I don't know why he's running down. When he saw the Urgot TPing like this, so now you can see TPs.
Uh-huh.
You're dead. Twitch Q's away, goes one of these angles, and then Arya comes and maybe Urgot can kill. You're putting yourself in a really dangerous position here that I terrified for you.
Okay. Yeah, I like tend to overcompensate a lot because like one game I'll like play too safe and then, you know, I mean, I don't have any impact or pressure, and so my laners all lose and then we lose the game. And so like sometimes I swing the other way. It's like, oh, my teammate wants to do something, fuck everything, I'll go play with them, you know?
So let me ask, when can you be how can you be consistent with it? From your perspective, what do you think? How can you be consistent with it?
I don't know. That's why I'm getting coaching, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so the answer to this is you have impact when you have your ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
That's always when you have control of doing something that can be very active on the map.
Right.
So you fight when you have R. You don't fight when you have no R. That's it. The impact is being created when you have ultimate. The game is gonna play itself. Your teammates are gonna do whatever. You're gonna do whatever. You're gonna farm, and you have no ultimate. We're not fighting. That's literally it.
Okay.
You shouldn't have impact when you have when you have no ulti.
Yeah. And like I know that, like I've been told that before, but it just feels like I have to. So okay, I'll take that feedback again, and then I'll be more mindful of that.
So what's going on when you say you feel like you have to fight or you have to join them, you have to help them?
I feel like if I don't do it, like there's another game, I can send you the VOD where like I end up doing nothing because like the conditions are just bad and like, you know, like there's always another excuse why it's not good, and so I just end up farming, and then we end up losing, right? So that's bad too.
You have that VOD, we should take a look at that too, but like...
Yeah, that's the next VOD.
Okay. So... we need a place to be consistent, right?
Yeah.
That's what matters the most. Not whether you're right or wrong, it's let's make sure we can have something that's replicable every day, every game, every micro decision in every minute of League of Legends.
Okay.
Which is as easy as don't fight without your ultimate.
Okay. I do that. And that's only early, right?
That's just as important later. That's actually more important later on in the game.
Okay. All right.
That's just League of Legends. Like, you should be very hesitant with fighting without ultimate. If there's a fight and you have no ulti, it's because they're really low, really easy, or you have a numbers advantage.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. We got the kills anyway, and we're like fed. Okay. Getting some more freebies. So it's the same thing here. Your E is a 7-second cooldown. It's a dash as well. This guy's melee range face checking you. QR, W, QR, EQ at the end, or use your E before your next R. You do not want to E at the start. You're already in range to QR this guy. You're literally in melee range to this guy already.
Oh, okay.
QR him.
Yeah.
You don't need to use your E here. You want to save your E.
Okay.
Because now, the next part of the fight, you have no E. These guys should be immediately knocked up.
Right.
You have to use your flash instead. And guess what? If Twitch has flash here, Twitch can flash over the ball and he'll live. It's a tragic way to go.
Yeah. It happens.
Okay. We're sitting on 2k gold.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Take the kill. This guy's killing himself. Awesome.
Then back.
Yeah. Get this safety, bro.
Yeah.
There's 2 simple disciplinary rules you can apply right now. And your judgment isn't bad. Like, overall, from what I've seen, you're making some decent decisions. But you need to add a layer of discipline. You need to add a layer of, hey, I have a lot of gold. I need to get off the map. Hey, when I'm sitting on 2.5k gold and I have my completed item, even if my teammates want to fight, I have no R. And I have a completed item. The problem with plays like this is it works today. Will it always work tomorrow?
No.
Like, no, like it's like what we call a coin flip. This is what we call a coin flip because we flip the champions, we change the stat line by a little bit, change the HP bars, change who has ults, and then now we're given a situation where we actually might lose this. Okay. So it's like out of 100 worlds where we're doing very similar universes, but if you ran this scenario 100 times, the chance of you getting something 10 out of 10 times here, 100 out of 100 times here, is not like it's not even above like 50%. Like right now, if Briar and Syndra wanted to, they can just walk away here. Right? In theory, they can just leave. They're done.
Right.
Play's over.
Yeah.
Waves theirs. So now you're walking into something that doesn't equate to anything. Okay, like on top of this, like let's say like your Ahri played this worse, or your Blitzcrank played this worse, or your Syndra played it better, or the Briar played it better. It's out of your control. And at that point, it's a coin flip.
Okay. I want to say like I've been playing like that. Like I was playing too safe, and like that's what I meant by like understanding my strengths, because like I understand I have a lot of gold, but I don't need to be like, I just need to be stronger than them to win the play, right? So if they do end up making this play, I'll be here for it. And if not, I'll just back. And it's like 5 seconds. My camps aren't spawning anyway, so I have like a little bit of time for Crux anyway. Maybe?
Like, here's the thing, like yeah. We're quote unquote stronger than them. By what metric? You don't have ulti up, you don't have your first item.
But they don't either?
Yeah, so we want to have a genuine advantage over them by having our ult and item.
Oh, okay. Well,
so you can control the game. The game is the game is okay, they don't have item, I don't have item, I don't have ult, they don't have ult. Okay, then don't fight. Because that's a lack of control for you. The point of League is like having like the most amount of control over your own gameplay and your own character. And not using like their own like stats to dictate what's going on with you. That's some stuff that you want to do like, at very high level when your teammates can coordinate stuff as well. Those are things you don't need to worry about. When you're in this rank, you need to worry about how like, hey, you don't have ult. If you run this scenario 100 times, you're probably not getting shit. You might actually lose. You might actually die. You're coming to this fight, mind you, with like 800 HP. It's like, what if their support shows up here? Now what? If their support does show up here, what if Briar plays this fight a little bit better? What if Briar doesn't use W like this or Q like this? What if Alistar has flash here? What if Alistar flash combos the Ahri? Ahri's 1 HP, Ahri's dead. Now you're going in 1v3, no ult, no item. Like what if Syndra uses her spells properly? What if
I don't disagree with you. It's like I'm just trying to explain why I mean like I can just say yes to everything if that's what you would prefer.
No. I just want to
agree with you here. I totally agree with you here. Yeah.
I'm not trying to like harp on you or anything here. I just want to make sure it's like this scenario and this thought process that you'll have is going to show up almost every scenario we see in the rest of this game and the next game. So it's important to like distinguish that like, hey, like this is you're in what I like to call like a thought trap here of like, I don't need item or ulti if I can win fight, therefore I fight. But I'm trying to explain how like.
Well, I think my thought process is different. Let me try to rephrase that. So I think my thought process is I need to help my team, or else they're gonna die for free because I have no like pressure on the map, and that's gonna make us lose even harder. Okay, let's think about like chess. You lose 1 or 2 pieces.
To position better on the other side, and now you can checkmate them. Like, okay, like they take the left side of your board, they take some pawns. Sure, you're setting up your fucking knights and your bishops on the other side, and you're pinning down their fucking rook or their queen at some point. It's like
I agree with that, but League has too much variance. Like, I don't know if I'm unlucky, but like I've had big strings of losses, and it's like that can't be a coincidence or luck, right? I have to be doing something wrong.
Yeah,
And
that's on you.
Passive, right?
It's not being passive. It's you not knowing how to use your lead when you have all this gold and all your ult and your resources into making a good play. That just means you're not able to transition a good tempo advantage into something worth more than letting your teammates die.
Okay.
Because like, I mean, that's how like the challenger players play. That's how the best of the best play. Like they don't go to every single fight. You go to every single fight, you'll be miserable. Like that's how
Right.
League functions.
You go to fights where you think you'll win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm never fighting this. I wanted to spend my gold. Like here, we're pulling Drake, we're fighting Drake, we have 2 items. Like this is great. This is good to fight here. So now we have our like power spikes. Good QR. By the way, I recommend this game Center Sky's fine, but normally I'd say Black Cleaver is better on Wukong. It's really broken with your kit. With your ulti.
Okay.
Because you have so much armor break. You can break like 60% of their armor. It's ridiculous. Right. Okay, this is just fighting. Right here, your initial ulti you should never ult this guy, and also your E as well. You can't E like this. This is the same thing. Like now he's pushed you away with a spell, and you can't follow up anymore because you have no E. You need to stop Eing people melee range.
Okay.
And then your ulti here, this guy. Right now, you don't need your ulti to beat the 1v1 or 2v2 against this guy. In fact, our goal should not even be to necessarily just kill this guy. The way to win this objective is to chunk this guy, get him low enough so he has to leave, and the goal on top of that is to save your ulti for when the actual problems come. Briar is not the biggest problem in this game.
Okay.
Their backline is.
Yeah.
You can win this fight essentially like without ever having to use your ultimate. So the goal is to save your ult here. Like you need to be way more reserved with how you're using your ultimate. Rest of the fight's history, it's fine. Got map awareness here. You queued the ward. It's the same thing here. Your melee range to this guy, right? QR, same combo, but you have your E. And then you queue the ward here.
There was like, I hear that feedback. I don't think we need to go over it anymore, if that's okay.
Sure.
I got some, I don't know. There was a game where I didn't have enough damage, but I've just been Eing after, just for that extra damage. So I'll try to break that habit.
Perfect. I mean, so this is just macro here, macro 101. Your teammates, I mean, your Samira's bot lane, right? So you don't have a teleport from Samira. So you're down a full teammate. Your Urgot's also like really low on HP. The only fed person on our team is Ari, who is here. But let's compare like how strong are we versus them. Who's actually stronger this game? Like let's look at the tab screen.
We're all 2 items.
No, I should double check that.
Except Samir.
Yeah. Let's say this guy shows up in the fight.
Yeah.
We're cooked. And if we're all even, let's say we're all even in the top side, and we were to fight a 3v3, who's winning?
I want to say us, but I guess the answer is it's even.
Yeah, you guys, but on what metric? Like you're up like a few thousand gold? Sure. Cool. That 2k gold difference is I promise you it's not gonna win you the fight. The thing that wins you fights is completed items or ulti advantages. That's how you win fights in League of Legends. So when you look at this and you're like, I slightly win, yeah, I think you're favored 55-45. That's pretty shit odds still. And that's not even true, right? Because like the Twitch shows up and now it's like 65-35 favored towards them. The point is we are taking these fights thinking we're stronger, but in reality, like the strength that we have is not significant enough. You're really close. You're gonna beat Briar on your third item, right? Because you're 10 times closer to your third item than Briar is. Briar's very far behind. So once you get this third item, force a fight, your chances of winning skyrocket. That's what I'm looking for when you're making these plays. That your Krugs, Raptors, Wolves are up. You can farm. You're almost there. That's for your own strength as deciding like, okay, is this a good or bad play? Like to add another layer to this, let's look at our teammates' conditions. Half HP, 75% HP, also bot lane. No vision in the top side as well. No one on your team is prepped to do this. They're not ready for this. They don't want to do this. They're not even aware. You pinged.
So they don't want to do it, so we just leave.
Yeah. Like, you ping one time. I mean, it's not even that they don't want to. This Urgot's literally half HP. Do you want Urgot to fight this Herald with you at half HP?
I thought we get Prio and then we have move and then we can do it.
Yeah, so like let's say they do it, they push the wave and then come because the Herald takes. How long does Herald take?
Like 30 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah. So how long does it take to clear this wave and then come?
30 seconds?
I mean, like if you're playing like Teemo, like Syndra, like to clear one of these waves.
Syndra's probably faster. Syndra's like one rotation, so like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's like really quick, and then she just walks. So Syndra's much quicker. Let's say Teemo just like decides to not do the wave.
So how should we set up this objective? We got push, or we just don't because Urgot's half HP.
You don't because Urgot's half HP and the game state is even right now.
Okay.
Right, like if you're ahead, this is yours. It's all yours. I think the problem is you think you're ahead right now, but the game state is even.
Okay.
So you're playing a position where you're ahead, and even if you are ahead in this game state, your Urgot can't fight. You like if they want to fight because it's solo queue as well, they can just drop waves and come. And your Urgot's half HP, you'll lose the fight, even if you're slightly ahead by items.
Right.
This guy like they can drop as many waves as they want. I've seen plenty of laners just say, "Fuck the wave, let's go fight." I've been the jungler to.
Teemo did that earlier.
Yeah, Teemo did that earlier. They just want to fight. So when you have this idea of priority in your head, I want you to like honestly like that I don't even explain it anymore. I don't even like try to bother with that because it's a fake concept. Because people can drop waves, and in solo queue, that's way more likely. Because I mean, any elo, that's just how laners play. Like, they'll just drop waves to fight. So I don't care if like there's 3 waves into his turret here. This Teemo, when he sees that you're on the Herald, is gonna lock eyes and come. And Urgot, who's half HP, doesn't want to fight this. And then your Blitzcrank and Ahri aren't really on the same page as you here. They decide that they want to go into the bot side after they get chunked and whatnot. Like Ahri also got chunked here. So they don't want to be up here with you. At this point, like maybe it was contestable. Ahri lost half her HP bar. Blitzcrank is not helping you get set up vision. I'm off the Herald.
Okay.
So then I'm not left here like literally almost like literally 1v5ing. Like this is actually 1v5. Okay, now we have our item. Now if we assess a tab screen, like you're probably going to be significantly stronger than your counterpart, but then we got to assess the Twitch's strength. This guy who's like omega strong. But let's see if we hold tab at some point. Let's see. It's good hold. Cool. Tab screen here. Got it. Great. Look, like we're stronger than our counterpart by 1 item. Top lane's like a little bit stronger here too, but when we look at this, like we're actually like even in items. Well, these guys are even, but like we're actually like even in items because although we're up 1, they're also up 1. Yeah. So it's like okay, so then the next thing we want to play for is how close is Samira to our next item, or then we want to play for our next item, or then we want to play for Ahri's next item. Like that's how you actually indicate like proper strength. It's like, hey, like just match the items all together. It matters less for support or like for support-ish characters like Ivern. But like in general, that's just the way I dictate strength. It's like although you're up one on your counterpart, it doesn't mean too much because their ADC is up. To add on, like their ADC is also up 2 levels. Their Briar's up 1 level, so that's also more stats. It's also more strength. So in this case, I would look at it as like an even game state yet again. Like we're even. So an even game state, like we need to play like a much more reserved. We need to play like relaxed, get our items, wait for good positions, use blitzcrank hooks. There's little to no forcing when we're even, pretty much. Okay. Good combo. They want to, like, so this is where I would say you're winning because of a positional advantage. Right? Because he's spotted here in front of everyone. These guys have terrible positioning. He's locked into the turret. So this is a winning fight for you because you have a massive positional advantage. Similar scenario to when the Briar was doing the dragon, and you were able to, like, chunk her out without her even, like, doing anything. Like, here, like, you're able to, like, chunk her out all the way. Like this, because she's, like, getting slowed by the dragon. You have a positional advantage right now. So when you have fights when you have a positional advantage, even if you're even in terms of items and strength, it's completely fine for you. It's complete winning for you because you'll have that advantage. Those are the things we're looking for. Numbers advantage and positional advantages.
Okay.
Yeah, good W, good E, good Q. Nice. Cool, really close to our 3rd item. Almost have it. Okay, so I thought you're maybe going... Actually, I mean, Sterex is probably the best. So if Sterex is the best, you need 400 gold off the map here. It's just, like, not really possible. Like, even if you get every single camp here, Wolves, Raptors, and Krugs, you still don't have enough for Sterex. So I'm recalling now for item.
Oh, okay.
For like
yeah,
two components.
Camps.
Right, but so what's the point of clearing camps? Let's just, like, break down, like, the reason behind camps.
There was nothing to do, and it gives golden experience, I guess.
Golden experience. That's what I'm looking for. Awesome. What do we use? Okay. What do we use gold to do?
To buy items.
Buy
items.
Very straightforward. Awesome.
Okay.
Right now, you can't use these camps to get any items, right? Because it is impossible to get your Sterex at the current moment.
Yeah.
So, what's more valuable in this scenario is spending what you can, so the fight that could potentially break out, you're prepared for. And if no fight breaks out, awesome. Let's farm some more camps and then we can complete our item. The problem is at this stage of the game, there are big objectives up like Baron, Otacon, where if they get either of those while you're not prepared, or they fight either of those while you're not prepared, the game kabooms. So for example, this fight on the top side, if you had immediately recalled, maybe you can turn this into something. Probably not, but maybe you're more prepared. And then maybe here, like, they're pulling the Baron. If you had your items recalled earlier, you can go for a steal. You can go potentially contest. Not saying it would have changed anything specifically this game, but you would have had the option to.
Yeah. Wasn't it 4v5 anyway? So we shouldn't have fought.
Yeah, I mean, you need a danger ping blitzcrank Tomes to be careful, but, like, another thing is, like, if you're off the map and pinging, you you alert your teammates more, like, oh, like, we should probably be more careful. But this is a 45.
I'm saying, like, if it's 4v5 anyway, and we know we're not contesting Baron because we don't have the numbers advantage because we're behind now, shouldn't I farm since I'm expecting nothing to happen?
Yeah, then go bot wave and get your item. I don't know why we're top lane then. Your logic is good, then just do it. Just go kill the Syndra then. Sure. I don't like. Yeah, 45. Don't fight. Cool. Go kill the Syndra then.
Okay.
In reality, like, it's in a 4v5 game state, it's still difficult for them to do the Baron.
Right.
Like, truth be told, like, you can't just do Baron when you get one pick. But if that's a rule you want to apply here, that's great. Actually apply it though. The problem here is, like, we didn't do either. We didn't stay on the map to farm, even though we wanted to. We didn't really trade properly. Like here, yeah, if you want to get your item, I'm waiting for blue or I'm going to his bot camp. So I'm going here, getting this bot wave. I'll probably do bot wave into blue buff, get my item, give them Baron. Now I have 4 items. I have an advantage over Briar. I can maybe carry the next team fight.
Okay. I think I do need a trade bar too. I always decide too late.
Trading comes a minute early, pretty much. 30 seconds to a minute earlier is how fast you want to trade.
Yeah.
Game is cooked here. You have your item already. You're walking over wards. They have Baron recall. It's really straightforward. Like, hey, like, the reason behind like at every stage in League, the goal is to get your next item, and you have it. So let's just go get it, and then we can take a fight. Like at the end of the day, like as much macro as we want to talk about, what matters is fighting. But what we can do for our fight is prepare ourselves more by getting our items. So all I'm trying to emphasize to you is your fighting is not bad. You have good fighting. Your fighting on Wukong is pretty good. Fix your E, and you're off to the races. Like you're first place in the race. You're doing great. The problem is every time leading into these fights, every time leading into these scenarios, your tempo is off. You haven't recalled. You're fighting without ultimate, and you're fighting down 2,000 plus gold.
Okay.
That's what I'm concerned about.
Okay.
That was like the trend this whole game. Let's see the next game, so if we can see if it's like similar.
Oh,
In
yeah,
that
yeah.
game. Clear's a little sluggish. I'm not 100% sure why, but you should. I mean, maybe with the new actually, maybe with the new 5% on E. Maybe it's just the nerfs. Don't mind me. Just thinking. I have not played Wukong on the new patch, so I don't know if the clear is slow or if you're slow. Okay. You're staying here for a minute. Now this goes back to the first thing I told you about. Like, what's Wukong's goal in the early game?
Get 6.
Yeah. Easiest way to get 6 is to do what?
Farm.
Yeah. If you want to be on your camp respawn, takes you 30 seconds to recall and get there from base. You need to recall on the first timer you were recalling, which is perfectly fine. You lost the crab, perfectly fine. Your clear is a little slow. It is what it is. You also had no prio bot lane, not really any prio mid lane. Happens. Let's go recall and get to our camp respawns.
Yeah. I thought this was high percentage, but they didn't want to go in, so I should have left it.
Who's going in? Your Senna?
Anyone? They walk up, Thresher's gonna hook, right? If not, they win a free trade.
Wait. The Ashe also just like easy here, by the way.
Yeah.
So they like the way they're playing, like think about it this way. If Senna walks up, cool. Thresh walks back, right? That's spacing.
Yeah.
Senna, Thresh and Ashe have no reason to fight when they just hawkshot you and see you. On top of this, if Thresh ever gets in like a bad position for him, like it sucks. Thresh Lantern the Ashe away, and they have sums here. Your Senna is not a character that can force a fight.
Okay.
Right? She's playing Senna. You don't have a Nautilus, you don't have a Leona, you don't have a Rel.
Right.
So at its core, like if you ran this picture 100 times, do you really think you're above an 80% success rate, which is what you want when you're ganking?
I guess not.
When you're looking for ganks, I want you to think about it 80 times out of 100 times. You play the scenario 80 different ways. You are guaranteeing getting a kill here. To me, I don't really see that being possible. Maybe you have even like a 30% chance of getting a kill here if they play it miserably. Because you got to think about it, they have both sums here as well. They have all 4 sums. I don't know which sums the Thresh has. Like Thresh's Ignite. I mean, Ashe's Barrier. They have double sum flashes, Glacial Augment. They have so many things here. So much juice. Plus, you're playing Wukong. Like, I see very high play plays, like high success rate plays. Maybe it's like a 70% success rate I still don't take it because there's a 30% of the time where I'm gonna be put in a really awful situation. I don't want those awful situations. You know what's 100% success rate, no matter what, is gonna guarantee that you're gonna get level 6? It's farm your camps. And then guess what? When you're level 6, you're good on Wukong, you fight well, you'll be able to play the game a lot better. Because your level 6 success rate on ganks and kills, compare that to your level 4 success rate on Wukong. Right? Like, which one's easier to actually get kills and have your own impact?
6.
Yeah, right. Like it makes it like I'm just trying to set you up for yourself to be like the most powerful you possibly can be.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. W is a little. It's okay, yeah, we can respect. I don't mind the respect. If you save your W there, or like don't use it immediately. I mean like, let's see, are we scared of their mid laner? What are we really scared of here?
I guess when who do you want to call it comes back? Diana comes back. We don't see anyone, and I know my laners aren't coming because Kale needs to catch a big wave, and I think it's more worth it for her to catch the wave.
Yeah, it's good. Good assessment. I die there, by the way. I'm not gonna troll. I die there. I didn't see what's going on with Garen. I just killed myself. I just because to me, you beat 1v1 against Diana. I want to fight this guy. Garen's coming. He's really quick. It's good to respect. Yeah, see, this is the idea, right? Like you didn't need your E to actually knock this guy up. Like funnily enough. Okay. Good combo here. Cool. Your E can be saved. Oh yeah, you don't need to hear it again. This is just fog of war here for you. Wait here. Garen might come here, or Diana might come, which she did. There's like two scenarios here, where like either Garen comes or Diana comes. The third scenario is what we're trying to play for here. It looks like a dive, right? Like we want to dive this guy. That's why we want to prepare ourselves and get there. When does the dive happen? Give me a time frame. 5, 10, 20, 30 seconds from now? How far from now will the dive happen?
At least 20 seconds. We got to get the wave in.
Cool.
Maybe 15.
Cool.
But I wasn't thinking of diving. I just wanted to help Kale because she was low. And since me and Diana are clearing towards the same side, she should be top side as well.
Cool. So then sit here and wait. Never reveal yourself. Ever. Fog of War is so powerful. Such a powerful thing.
Okay.
Great. That's fine. I want to dive this guy personally. You don't have to. You can defend Kale. Great. Kale's scaling. We're going to win this game. You're scaling. You don't even have your item yet. Like, that's fine. Then stay in the bush. Diana face checks you here. Absolutely cooked. Good flash. Okay. This is fine. Okay, let me give you a trick on. Let me give you a tip on Wukong.
Yeah.
This scenario. Okay, so do you see how your Q is like up really quickly here? Your goal should be to get your Q off, not your ulti damage off.
Right.
So in all of your ulti cycles, the cyclone is less valuable than your Qs. Okay. You wanna smash your Q, because your Q is also Triforce. So your Q is the highest value on this champion.
Right.
This is like the same thing from like earlier what we talked about is like, hey, like you have like okay, one, you don't need to invest your ultimate to chunk this guy and a chunk on this guy, especially maybe like let's say you can bait our ult here, or you can get her to half HP and save your ulti for the dragon. Like you trade your HP, she trades some, and you save your ulti. Like it's really good for the game because when the dragon fight comes around, you're actually in a great position.
Right.
Okay, and like now what's happening is we're fighting this Drake. Katarina's top lane. She like I don't even know if she has teleporter, but she is currently top lane.
Right.
If she has TP, maybe she can come, but it doesn't even look like she has it. She's walking, and then what time is this? Yeah, she has no TP here, so it's really cooked to fight this. It's again we're gonna be in a 4v5 scenario, and then like here your Twitch has no ultimate, so we gotta track our teammates' conditions. Like who's strong, who's weak. Like let's look at the tap screen again. I'm gonna stop going around so quickly, but like let's look at Twitch's ulti here, or Twitch's items here. So right now like even. Like we're like literally complete even game. But right now they actually have the advantage because they have ultis over us.
Right.
Because Diana actually just used her flash and lost some HP, but she saved her ult. And then you use your ult. Twitch had no ult to begin with. So this play is just hard for us. It's a very hard situation for us to be in. So, like, cool, like, Twitch and Cat just got kills. Like, this is great for us. They just killed them. So instead of looking to this dragon here, where they need to recall or they need to wait for their ultimates, I'm looking to do top crab, red buff, maybe his top camps, or maybe kill their top laner.
Okay.
Because Twitch has no
So I'm
ult.
still forcing too much then.
Yeah, this is the same trend here. It's like we're trying to do way too much. Okay, we recall. It's good. Twitch has ult again. Like Twitch is able to like literally just destroy them. Great. So Diana's farming like really, really well. All Diana's done so far this whole game is just farm camps on spawn. I will tell you how she's so far ahead. She just farmed her camps on spawn. In fact, I think she's farmed the crabs and then. I mean,
She takes my camps too.
She's taking some of your camps here. Yeah, I think it's another thing like this raptors, she yoinked, but that comes with us being so delayed on our camps. I mean, she got our top camps here. Like we can even break this down as like a byproduct of what happened earlier. Just so you understand like why the frick is this guy so much stronger than me in this game. It's like because we're so delayed up here, then our next sequence down, we're so delayed, we lose our raptors, right? Like raptors are theirs. And then here, like we're so delayed on the dragon. Because we're so delayed on the dragon, that means we're so delayed on our top camps. And because we're so delayed on our top camps, that gives the enemy jungler an opportunity to invade us. But if we did the dragon quicker, let's say we cleared quicker earlier, then we would be able to return to our top camps and defend them, or alternatively trade against the enemy quicker.
Okay. So you're saying don't do the dragon, or it's the first play?
I'm saying
like waiting in the bush for a minute. Okay.
The first play like is a byproduct of everything else you've done so far is it's a good thing it's good responses, but you've put yourself in a complete detriment this game because of that first play. So you're suffering the byproducts of what you did at the start of the game, which is why the early game is so important, right? Like you're like to this point of the game, 20 minutes later, you're still suffering from the fact that you overstayed there. Like that's just, and then Diana has not the Diana's playing so well right now that she's not like let any room of like punishing to her. Like she's played pretty well except for this one death. But like the idea is like against good junglers, like this Diana's actually playing well, you will get punished like even harder when you sit in bushes like that for a whole minute.
Right.
Okay, so it's like a very similar trend here where it's like Twitch is mid lane, he's your most fed character on your team. They're pulling the Otacon. You can look for trades into their top turrets. You can look for top camps. You can look for your next item. They're on the Otacon. The Otacon's just theirs. Okay, so we're just fighting over not much because we can't really win the Otacon fight. Again, if we do a tab screen assessment, your Twitch just recalled, so he has some items. But in general, like we're all even, except for the fact that jungle is actually down and top lane's actually down. Like we're down in this game.
Right.
So it's like even more so like when you're down macro wise, you want to trade.
Right.
So we don't want to be around where that Otacon is. We want to be far, far, far away from them. Your teammate's trying to make a super play here. Cool. We have our second item. Awesome. Now we can take a fight at some point and like actually hard win once Twitch has ultimates and once we have good conditions. So let's just like look at the next fight here and how we can make this work. If we also assess your tab screen here, your Twitch almost at third item and your Katarina is almost at third item too. So like you can stall some time here as well with your teammates and then they'll be strong with you and we'll be able to maybe come out with a like one fight. Cool. We have like decent strength. You're pretty strong. Diana's mispositioning. You're able to take a kill. Awesome. Okay, one more fight with Twitch. You're doing a good job hovering Twitch or thinking about Twitch. Twitch gets one shot here. He gets like pulled into the Diana ulti, so he gets absolutely one shot. Alright. That game's cooked. Okay, so like looking at this game, you played fine. Honestly, like this game is definitely like on your like on the fact that like this game was just rough. One thing is just like the early game was that like that one overstay in the ball lane bit you in the ass, but another big thing is when we have our ultimate, it's like you have to like really look and assess what did we use our did we use our ultimate and like what can we use our ultimate on in the early game. So when we have level 6 here, it's like okay, we are now in a position where we can go and make something really good happen.
Yeah.
So we make a top kill, cool. We have one more timer with our ulti coming up soon. Well, let's see what we can make happen. We're unable to, we farm for item. Honestly, like one thing that like it's not great here, I think, is bind that null magic. You need to get your item quicker. Buying null magic here delays your item.
Oh, okay. You think instead of that I just take 2 camps and then reset again to get it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you'd have it actually,
oh, okay.
right? Like you'd have it.
Yeah.
I'll check the shop here. 783. Yeah, you'd have it. Listen, if you had it, and then you went to the top side. Okay, picture this. Like, you did 2 camps. You recall. You get your item. You go straight to top lane. Diana's doing the dragon. You can invade her camps. You can dive the Garen. You can kill the Garen. And now instead of you playing like a defensive position here, where you're even with Kayle, or not even with Kayle, even with Diana, and Kale's almost actually losing, Garen's like already dead here. Garen should be dead here. This is trading. Okay, so I think the underlying problem, I mean, this game, yeah, I mean, this game is like nothing too crazy on your part, but the underlying problem we've seen, like the trend in both games is like your emphasis on items and understanding of like how powerful we actually are. Like, well, one, you need to get your item. Like, you need to emphasize like spending that gold. You need to spend that gold.
Yeah.
And 2, when you God, I'm losing my words. Focus on getting your item, and when you do an assessment of the tab screen, and look at like, hey, like who's strong, who's weak. Whenever you have even items, never think that like you're actually winning, because it's just cope. Like because you're human, and because your teammates are human and they're human as well. Like everyone has room for outplay. That's purely a coin flip.
Right. Okay.
It's like okay, and here's the kicker where it's like. It's like okay, obviously there's like specifics. Like obviously if you have like Malphite top and then like Xante mid, and then you're against like all AD comp.
Yeah,
And
just
and
in
our
general.
and our 2 items are like Frozen Heart and etc. Yeah. So in is a general saying, like 90% of the time, like that's just how it is. And the reason why is because like it's not because you are it's not because that's the best thing to do per se. It's like that's not the best way to look at League of Legends. It's just the most consistent way to look at League of Legends. You told me earlier there's a lot of variance in League. There's a lot of variables. You're right. You're absolutely right. How do you deal with all the variables? How do you deal with all the mental stack? How do you deal with all the overload? You find consistent rules and habits, like you were talking about with your E combos. You actually been doing that every single fight. So yeah, if you fix these habits and get these understandings, I think you're gonna play much better. But here's the thing. If you're a challenger player and you like the tap screen like that, like you'll be able to read into a lot more. You'll be able to understand a lot more of what's going on. Like the difference between Kale 2 items and Garen 2 items, the difference between Wukong 2 items, 3 items, and Briar 2, 3 items. Like you'll be able to get really specific, really in depth with the game. That's the level that you want to be at, of course, and that's fun to do. But in terms of purely climbing, you don't need to stress that. And in fact, that's like not even part of the concern, I would say.
Okay.
A lot of people love to stress items, matchups, like champion compositions, etc. They're relevant for sure. They give you bonuses for sure. But a lot of it is underlying like tempo problems or underlying like mechanical problems, like fighting things. Those are the actual things we want to fix. So like for you, the main things we want to fix is like, hey, like when you have gold for your item, please go to the shop. Spend. When you do not have ultimates, be disciplined and do not fight. When you are losing when you have trade ahead of time, okay, it's like these are all tempo concepts. Like here, what happens is like if you actually had recalled and then gone to your camps afterwards, it might seem like, oh, it's okay timer to just run to your camps and then do them. The problem is you actually like clear slower than if you had just recalled and then cleared your camps, right? Because you don't have your Triforce. Triforce will help you clear quicker. Like almost at all stages of the game, sort of every single elo. This is my goal as I'm climbing to Challenger right now. Back to Challenger, my goal is like, hey, I need to get my items. It's the same thing. And when I have them, I'm really disciplined about recalling and getting my item.
Okay.
Cool.
That
And
makes
then
sense.
the trading is prepare the trade ahead of time and do not show up to losing positions. Like for example, that Baron scenario you gave me, that's fine. Yeah, you should trade. That's okay. Like you don't want to fight the dragon or the Baron, that's fine. I think that's actually totally understandable. Then you need to be prepared to kill the Syndra way ahead of time.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or like for this Otacon, for example, it's like we cannot be here. There is no need for us to be here. There's no reason. You could be cracking that top turret right now with Katarina. You could be cracking the mid turret. You could be taking her entire top side if it's up. You could be getting a lot more on the map.
Well, I thought like Otacon does a lot of damage. So if we were 5 and they were on it, we could do something about it.
Are you 5?
No.
Yeah. I don't know.
But, like if I never go to anything, no one's gonna do anything, right? But okay, no, I don't need to argue that. It's facetious. But okay, I hear your feedback and I will work on that. That makes sense.
I mean,
I'm actually glad you didn't like give me like points where I should gank more and stuff. So yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, like let's talk like your Katarina's like top lane. You know, like how can she come? Even if you like ping 500 times, but you're not pinging when you want to fight things, you should be pinging.
Yeah.
It'll literally take her like how long from top turret right now to come to this Otacon?
Right.
Like 30 seconds. Okay, like,
I mean,
like actual
I'm not arguing
numbers.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you're 5 here, like yeah, you fight it. You're right. You should. Like Otacon makes them go -50 stats, armor MR because that's just how Otacon works. You probably should on that.
Well, yeah. One of the so last year I got coaching from someone else, and one of the things they said was even if you ping, if you're not there, they're probably not going to listen to you. So you have to go there, and then maybe they'll come, right?
Yeah, I absolutely disagree with that sentiment.
Oh, okay.
I'll be 100% honest. I've pinged plenty of times where I'm not there. They just need direction. But to add on, like no amount of pinging or you being here is going to change Katarina being top lane.
Right.
She's like locked in. If you wanted to like fight this Otacon, you're pinging like now, like assist ping, assist ping, assist ping, assist ping, and then now Katarina can decide to come
Right.
because they haven't pulled the Otacon yet. So she has time to show up.
Yeah.
So then like maybe it's contestable, but I would still not contest it because you guys are down items. So then just trade.
Okay.
It's okay to give objectives. Like you're getting objectives back. League of Legends is all about give and take. Give them Otacon, take 2 turrets. Happy.
Okay.
We're behind, so we don't really get much choice anyway. It's not even like you can choose. Like you guys are the guys begging. Like you guys getting 2 turrets, if anything, is great. That's awesome.
Okay.
We're happy.
Makes sense.
Cool. All right. Let me send you these notes here. It's pretty straightforward. Like honestly, a lot of the stuff that you need to do is just really center in on discipline and really center in on your tempo play. That's like the at its core. That's what's going. That's what's happening. Like you're mechanically completely fine, and like I think you have okay understanding of the game. It's just really hammering these disciplinary like things, and then a big one is in the mid game trading. You need to be willing to give it up. Listen, bro. It's okay to give them Otacon, Soul, Elder, Baron, etc. Don't lose your Nexus.
Okay.
I've won
If they get
plenty.
Elder, they're probably getting the Nexus.
If
but
they get Elder,
I
they're
your
probably
point.
getting it. But like, you can do your best to still fight them. I've won games where they've held Elder. I'm sure you have experienced that. I'm sure you've lost games where you've had Elder. That's League of Legends. Like you said, there's so much variance. That's how the game flows. That's how the game works. Now, sure, we want the Elder at some point, but the point is like they can get this Otacon. I don't care. I need some gold. I only have 1 item right now. It's 20 minutes. I only have 1 item. That's a problem for you. So I want to solve that first. I can't fight them on this Otacon. I need to give it to them. That's fine.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to trade. Okay. Do you have any questions?
Nope. This was good. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. I'll see you around.